Day 3 of this crochet series. If this is your first time ever seeing me on your timeline, you might be a little confused. Crochet, construction glasses, plywood. It's not adding up, but I promise you it will. I had to cut out my plywood to put at the bottom of the feet today before I started decreasing. I also made sure to change the blade on this jigsaw because the one that was in it already was bent and I don't trust that. Now, notice how I only drew one circle on the plywood? Yeah, that was definitely my first mistake of the day. I thought I was going to be able to use the first cutout of wood and essentially put it on top of the plywood and trace it out with the jigsaw to make the second one identical. That did not work. Please do not try this at home because I will not even be trying this at home again. Thankfully, I was still able to get two pieces that look the exact same. So when I got inside, I put these at the bottom of the feet and then I added some filling on top so I could get a good idea of what it was going to look like. And thankfully, everything fit and it was looking exactly how I was hoping. So I knew it was time to attach my 2x4s to the plywood and I did so using my fence brackets. But unfortunately, the screws that I usually love using to do this were way too long, so I had to scavenge through my parents' toolbox. And I found some screws that I thought were going to be okay, but they were still probably about 1/4 inch too long. And just my luck, the drill bit that I was using was a little too big for this star point, so I ended up stripping this screw. That means that star point shape was gone, and I couldn't use the drill to get it out, so I had to ask my mom to help me with that, and of course she was able to do it. I ended up finding some shorter screws that ended up working perfectly, and at this point I started questioning myself because I've never used screws this small before, so I don't know how I've done this in the past. But anyways, we moved. I grabbed my 2x4 and I marked where I needed to cut, and it was still snowing outside and I didn't feel like setting up my camera outside, so I just went and did this really quickly. And I mentioned this in my cactus series before, the drill that I'm using right now is so good. Like, definitely more powerful than the drill that I usually use. When I got both 2x4s connected to the plywood, I put them into the body, and ideally I would have cut the cross member at the same time that I cut the 2x4s to put in the legs. But until I put these pieces into the body, I won't be able to tell exactly how long I need this cross member to be. And I wasn't going to leave this for another day because the tools are already out. So I just went ahead and attached my fence brackets to the tops of the 2x4s. This is where my cross member is going to sit. As usual, attached it with some screws. I then added some filling so that I could start decreasing and close up the body. And I made sure to count how many stitches I had in this row before I started decreasing so that I don't decrease too much. Also because I'm going to continue crocheting the head onto the body tomorrow. But since my drill was still out, I attached the fence bracket to the cross member. So I'll see you tomorrow and we're going to start working on the head.